Hello and welcome back to another episode, and today I wanted to do a fun and interesting video. Now, the only problem with doing this video is it could become outdated very quickly, as soon as tomorrow if we're being honest. And this video is top 5 games I would like to see come to Xbox One's backwards compatibility. Now specifically today, we are talking about Xbox 360 games. At some point I am going to do a video that also focuses on original Xbox games, since the original Xbox backward compatibility was just announced a couple months ago. But these are the top 5 games that have not, as recording of this video, September 28th, 2017, have not been released yet on backwards compatibility. These are my personal 5 games that I would like to see come to the program. They are not in any order except for number 1. So let's begin. Number 5 is a JRPG that I never got a chance to play. It came out at a specific time where honestly I was probably playing something like Halo 3 multiplayer or Gears of War 2 or something like that. That game is a JRPG that is beloved by a lot of people, and that is Tales of Vesperia, which I have right here. Tales of Vesperia looks like a really interesting game. It's another entry in the long-running Tales franchise, and I've always wanted to play it, but I just don't want to fire up my Xbox 360 to play it when it could potentially come to Xbox One backwards compatibility. And backwards compatibility is not only such a great feature, but it also adds some of those benefits that the Xbox One has. You know, game DVR works for this machine. The always-on adaptive VSync, which helps with screen tearing, is on for every single Xbox 360 backwards compatible release. Think of some games that it's heavily benefited. Think of the original Mass Effect. That game has abysmal screen tearing when you play it on the Xbox 360. All of that is fixed on the Xbox One version of playing that. So things like that definitely help. Tales of Vesperia is a JRPG I would love to dive into and experience for the first time. And there's already been some really great JRPGs that have come to the program. We have games like Lost Odyssey, one of the best RPGs of that era, came to Xbox One's backwards compatibility program. Think of Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon is another game that I personally own for this system, and I've never played it. I would love to play it. It is on backwards compatibility. At some point I will dick around with this game, play it, and try it for the first time. But I feel this would be another JRPG, and honestly, Xbox One's library is suffering when it comes to JRPGs. There aren't really a lot of titles, a few downloadable titles here and there, but there hasn't been a big JRPG. That has been the big giant gap for Xbox One owners and people that exclusively play on the Xbox One, you know. And earlier this year, PlayStation got one of the best JRPGs I've ever personally played in Persona 5. It would have been awesome to see that game come to the Xbox One, but it didn't. So this would go a long way in helping those gamers get some JRPG love on the platform. Number 4 on my list is going to be a horror game, and you know, here at Marvel Gallery I love horror games. It's my favorite genre across all mediums, and for me this is a sequel to a game that is already on Xbox backwards compatibility. This is Condemned 2 Bloodshot. Now Condemned 2 Bloodshot is a very interesting sequel to a game that I love. It was an Xbox 360 launch title, and then that launch title, which is already on backwards compatibility, got a sequel in 2008 that I feel like not enough people played, hence why we've never gotten a true proper Condemned 3, and probably honestly never will. In this game, you once again play as Detective Ethan Thomas, only this time he's no longer a detective. He's kind of doing this whole thing on an own personal journey. It's really interesting, it's really dark, it's a twisted game. Who can forget the bear chase sequence? This is an excellent horror title. It also had a pretty solid multiplayer component to it that I didn't buy the game for or even expect to be good, but it turned out to be pretty solid. I love to see this game hit backwards compatibility since the first one's already on it. It'd be nice to play both of them in sequence. So that's my number 4 pick. Number 3 can also be considered a horror game, but it's a game that I personally have never been able to get into, which is crazy to think about because I'm a massive Twin Peaks fan, and this game is literally Twin Peaks the video game. And that game is Deadly Premonition. Deadly Premonition, which I have right here, is a game I would love to get into. I tried to play it on the 360 when it came out, couldn't get into it. I thought the controls were just too awkward and the game is not the most visually appealing. Then They came out with the director's cut for PC, which I purchased, and unfortunately, it's a really bad PC port that doesn't work for everybody. I'm in the minority that it doesn't work for them. There is a program you can download to fix the game, quote unquote, but I've never been able to get that to work. I would love to play this game. I think it looks vastly interesting, and I have a 360 copy of it now, and now that I'm even more in tune with Twin Peaks than I was when this game came out, I really would like to play it again, but I just know the minute I fire it up on my Xbox 360, it'll come backwards compatible. So please put this game on Xbox backwards compatibility. I think it would be a great title, and the people that love this game truly love this game and swear by it. That is my number 3 pick on this list. Number 2 is a game that I've had a hankering to play for a very, very long time right now. And I haven't played it in a couple years since it came out. And I'm going to be directly honest, when I played through this collection, I played through it on the PlayStation. And I no longer own a PlayStation 3, but I do have this game on the 360, and I sit around hoping every day that it will go backwards compatible. That is, of course, the excellent 2011 remaster collection, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, which includes Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, and the former exclusive PSP title, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. This is a fascinating, interesting, wonderful HD collection. This is an example of doing an HD remaster collection properly. Another good example I'd give you is Halo Master Chief Collection. But this takes 3 very beloved games, 2 really beloved, 1 pretty beloved by a lot of people, and puts them in an excellent collection. I would love to sit down and play Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 again and re-experience those stories again. It's been about 6 years now since I've played this collection, and I think it would go a long way putting this game on Xbox backwards compatibility. I've been so tempted many times to load this up on my 360 and just start a playthrough of it, but I'm holding off in that hope that it comes to Xbox One back compat. Excellent collection. Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite gaming franchises of all time. I would love dearly to play this on my Xbox One. And finally, number 1 is the personal game I have wanted to come to Xbox back compat since the program was announced. It hasn't hit yet. It's an incredibly niche title. Honestly, I don't see it ever happening because of how niche of a title it is. I don't even see it in the top requested. There's a list you can go to request games for backwards compatibility. Microsoft has delivered on most of those big titles. You think of things like Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 4, Black Ops, Black Ops 2. A lot of those titles have hit backwards compatibility, and were very successful there. This is one that I don't see people asking for. This is just a personal one that I would like to see. It is the 2010 Xbox Live Arcade downloadable title, Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, or Castlevania HD for short. This was an incredible, fascinating game. Basically, what it is a 2D, very much Symphony of the Night style game. However, it is a multiplayer focused game. So you pick up one of 6 characters, and there are some downloadable characters too, and you start at different parts of a 2D map. There are 6 maps in the game with a couple downloadable map options that were added later to the game. And you all start in different parts of the map and work your way to the center to defeat the boss. This was an outstanding, excellent, weird game that I got super addicted and obsessed to when it came out. I got all the achievements in this game. I love this game. I got all of the download packs for it, including the music soundtracks. I think it's excellent. I got a buddy into it a couple years later that we played a little bit of, and we've both been biding our time waiting for this game to hit Xbox back compat so we can play it again. Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance is my number 1 most requested game for the Xbox Live back compat program. If Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, for some reason ever sees this video, listen to my pleas, Phil. Put this game on the Xbox One. I love this game. It's so incredible. It's so different. It's so niche. It's not for everybody. But if you're a diehard Castlevania fan, it is probably the best example of how to make a cooperative Castlevania. Anyways, guys, I'm interested to know, what are your top games that you would like to see come to the back compat program that haven't come to the program yet? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know, what are those games? What would you like to see come to this program? As always, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time.